God, are we live?
Are we live?
Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live.
Are we live, brother?
Yeah, I don't know, though. It says we live, but not showing me that we are live. Hello? 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 This is great content already. Okay. We are good. We are set. We are doing this.
Hey yo. Back at it again.
Welcome everybody to TEW 2020 on our WWE 2011 save. It has been 4 months.
4 months.
But we finally made it. I'm trying to get my chat to make any sort of sense on my screen. Okay, there it goes. So last time we left off, we were booking this show and my computer blue screened and I rage quit for 4 months. But anyway, the reason why I stopped was because, to be completely honest, I did not want to rebook the whole show, which is a stupid reason. But that's basically it. So anyways, I booked the whole show, so I'm going to go through the card with you guys, and then we're going to continue on to the next show. So the show starts off with CM Punk speaking in his mind about his recent attack by Randy Orton. Mark Henry versus Jay Lethal. And then we have Bret Hart blames Kevin Nash for the downfall of WCW and of his career. Player Uno versus Chavo Guerrero versus Yoshitatsu, which is that for a belt? It is not for a belt, but if I remember correctly, we do have... Yeah, Rey Mysterio is the WCW champion, so this is for contendership for his championship. Vince books a tag team match for the main event, which obviously is The Undertaker and Randy Orton versus CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio. Cody Rhodes is versus Evan Bourne. Dustin Rhodes is for Jack Swagger. I didn't realize I booked them right after each other. Bob's promo on Kofi, which I can't remember who the heck is Bob. Bob Backlund. Okay, that's right. Booker T versus Drew McIntyre. Families argue about their legacy. That will be Jim Neidhart and Davey Boy Smith Jr. With the Usos. Nigel McGuinness shows his intellect. This was a throwaway segment because I needed a segment where Nigel McGuinness shows that he is smart. Why? Because he is probably just because he's British. So that's that. Kofi Kingston versus the Great Khali. Shawn Michaels and Cody Rhodes segment. Scott Steiner and Seth Rollins. And then, of course, the main event, The Undertaker and Randy Orton versus CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio. All right, let's start the show. Oh my God, right off the bat, we had a good segment. Okay, so Punk speaks his mind about Randy Orton. Obviously, he's being interviewed by John Layfield. Got an 83 rating, but John Layfield performed poorly in this segment. Jay Lethal defeated Mark Henry in 4 minutes and 53 seconds with the lethal combination with a 47 overall rating. This one was for Bret and Jay, so Bret Hart and Jay Lethal are a tag team, and this feud is against the Hills of Towers, which is Mark Henry and Kevin Nash. The storyline advanced, but it lost heat. Hopefully the other segments on the show will help it, which it did. That's looking pretty good. This is Bret blames Kevin Nash for the downfall of WCW in his career. It got a 74 segment rating, and it says Bret Hart did not do well with the script to follow. That kind of does not make sense to me because he probably is one of the best talkers of all time, and I think he could have done that without a script, but whatever. Kevin Nash improvised well without he improvised well throughout the segment. Oh my God. And about the house oh my God, it's been forever since a stream. And about that had some wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Oh my God. The cruiserweight match did not do very well. Segment rating of 44. Player Uno and Chavo got 47s, where Yoshitatsu got a rating of 54. Cruiserweight storyline has lost heat. I feel like that's going to be pretty common. I think I got to get like less matches and more segments, which sucks because this cruiserweight is supposed to be very match based. But we're trying to get these guys over, and I know it's very hard in this time period for cruiserweights to get over, but we'll figure it out. All right, Vince books a tag team match. I was hoping this got a bigger segment because it's Vince McMahon, but segment rating of 61. Still suck at this game, I can tell you that. Cody Rhodes defeated Evan Bourne with a segment rating of 58. This match suffered from a lack of psychology. I should have known that because they're both young people. But it is what it is. Jack Swagger defeated Dustin Rhodes with a 46 overall segment rating. I forgot that Jack Swagger and Bob Backlund are a poor combination. I should have changed that, but we now will know in the future. What's that?
Jack Swagger. I said, what a legendary name, Jack Swagger.
He does have the swagger. So Bob's promo on Kofi, obviously featuring Bob Backlund, Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston, Jinder Mahal. Bob Backlund performed poorly in this segment. Bob is just not really performing the way we want him to. Might have to cut him. I gotta find I'm not having good luck finding a manager for Jack Swagger. But Jinder did really well. Maybe Jinder will just kind of take over. We'll have Jinder and Jack Swagger be the duo for right now. I want more of a stable, but we'll figure that out. We'll find some people. Drew McIntyre defeated Booker T in 10 minutes 4 seconds by pinfall with the Future Shock DDT. Booker T was off his game. Drew McIntyre got a 55 ring performance. Booker T at 57. I know I probably wasn't gonna. I probably had different plans for him before, but obviously plenty of time has passed. I think I might want to send Drew to either ECW, or I wonder if it would be a good idea to make a developmental company. One that I don't have to worry about booking, but I think in real life, when Drew left, he became way better when he came back. And I feel like that's with a lot of people I could make that happen with if I made a developmental. I know you know nothing about wrestling, but what's your opinion?
I think that's a good idea, but I don't know how that kind of thing works. You know what I mean?
So in this game, you make your own individual shows, or you can even have a developmental company. So like you own this company, you make money off this company, you control who goes there and everything like that. But the difference is you don't actually control it. It's basically like as time progresses, like these shows will happen. Like you can even like make the schedule and everything like that, but you don't control them. So it's like the game is naturally building these people up, but you don't have to sit there and actually worry about doing this. So there's downsides and there's upsides. Like upsides, you can really make sure you make this person who you want them to be, but the downside is you don't have that in developmental. But in developmental, you really can worry about, like, if you have this developmental company, you can worry about who's popular right now, and then bring up these people later when it's time for them.
Yeah, that's
which I think Drew McIntyre is a big example of that. Problem is I have a company. I have 3 shows, and one of the shows I cannot fill very well. But also, I don't want to fill that up with developmental people because I don't want that to be what the show is at the same time.
I understand that,
but anyways, I knew this segment was going to suck, and I don't know why I did it.
I feel like you have to do it eventually, right? Maybe not now, but eventually.
A developmental company?
Yeah.
I think definitely at some point. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good time because I don't really have. I gotta get this roster figured out first. But, anyways, the families argue about their legacies segment was kind of a thrown together segment. The only reason they're feuding is because they both have families with big backgrounds. 37 rating. Jim Neidhart just did absolutely terrible, basically. The Usos did pretty bad, but they're very young and inexperienced. Davey Boy Smith Jr. did pretty good. And Natty Neidhart did pretty good. She helped Jim Neidhart. I wonder. I mean, obviously, the Hart Foundation stable is still, in my opinion, a good idea. But we got to figure out how we can make this good because Jim Neidhart sucks, and I think he's pretty much past his prime. I'm gonna eventually bring in Bret Hart, which is gonna help, but he's very old as well. He's a good talker, but as we just saw in the earlier segment, he is probably as good as he should be in this game. David Boy Smith obviously is pretty good. I think, yeah, he's got the most potential, and then Natty is up there too. But it's 2011, and I have a hard time booking women wrestlers as it is, just because it's a whole another like a whole another roster I have to worry about, and I have a really hard time. I have a really hard time with that, but we'll get it. Nigel McGuinness, oh my God, Nigel McGuinness, is shown sitting backstage, just finished reading War and Peace. You know, I know it's a bad segment, but I kind of want to just have segments like this with Nigel McGuinness where they like he doesn't wrestle, he doesn't have any sort of impact. Obviously Nigel McGuinness is a good wrestler, but I feel like I got this started. I kind of have to keep this going where he's just shown backstage doing things.
Oh yeah, and then you bring him out for the biggest show available.
Yeah, exactly. Like he comes out on WrestleMania and he dominates. Like no one saw it coming. This guy that was just kind of backstage kills it.
Yes.
Okay, so Kofi Kingston defeated Great Khali with the Trouble in Paradise. Kofi Kingston makes defense number 1 of the WCW United States title. Don't mind my Discord noise. The match suffered because there was not enough shown. I feel like Kofi could have sold pretty well, which kind of sucks. Looks like Great Khali and Michael Hayes are a good pairing. I forgot I did that. That's so strange. But it works. I guess it's a manager for Great Khali. Kofi got a 64. That's all right. Great Khali got a 51. I was hoping the popularity of these two would be better, make the match like look better than it really was, because I knew it wasn't gonna be a great match. But Kofi Kingston got defense number 1 of his titles, so that's all that matters right now. Shawn Michaels and Cody Rhodes segment, I can't remember what this was about. I mean, they've been feuding and arguing, so that's a good guess. 66 overall rating. I gained heat. John Layfield is getting better at his gimmick. That's good. I need him. I feel like he's a good name to have as a backstage interviewer. I like them having like names and personalities. Doesn't really make sense that John Layfield's doing it, but it's whatever. Seth Rollins defeated Scott Steiner. Still kind of a weird thing that I have Scott Steiner jobbing out to Seth Rollins in 2011. But it's interesting that they fought at all, because I doubt they fought in real life. Let me look. I'm curious. Seth Rollins. There's no way. Unless it was like weird indie show. Scott Steiner.
You'd be surprised.
There's a video. There's probably not at all.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a 2K game. So
everything exists if you think about it.
It is happened in this game. That's all that matters.
Are we gonna watch this whole match? We have to.
You're gonna see, look. Look at that. This is the match that happened on this show.
For sure.
Okay, Seth. Okay, Seth.
This is how we have to experience matches from now on.
Just look them up on YouTube and find random gameplay clips. Oh, that was a close one.
That was real close.
Live chat was turned off for this video. Like, this was premiered or streamed, one or the other. It's such a big deal. Shout out to JigJ1979. All right,
bro.
where's the? We gotta see the ending at least.
1979.
Okay, here we go.
The move to end it all.
Big kick to the back.
Maybe.
This could be it. Oh my god. The Steiner recliner. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. He wins. Okay, anyways.
I'm crazy.
Oh, it's main event sucked.
Yeah, you should have had the last one as the main event.
I mean, the last one did. The last one at least did better. So, not enough selling shown. I mean that I don't feel like that should be true. I mean, like Punk, Randy. I feel like they care enough. Randy was off his game. The matches were better announcing. The match suffered from its odd booking. I didn't make this long enough. Oh, why did I make this match 9 minutes and 32 seconds? Of course it sucked.
Who's your announcer?
Who is my announcer?
Fire him.
Todd Grisham, Scott Stanford, and Tony Schimmel. I could look at changing that. I like how the one thing, everyone sucked in this match and like fire that announcer. He's the worst.
You said the announcer was bad.
Well, yeah, he was, but everyone was bad. So.
Well, I mean,
God, we lost popularity in 47 regions. I'm just finishing show. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Okay, and we are. This is now the official start of the new era of the show. None of the stuff from before matters.
With all this loading, you'd think we'd be about to watch it.
Okay, was that our worst show ever? Yeah, by quite a bit. Oh my god. I think Raw's the better show anyways. Right? Oh no, Nitros were pretty good too. Except for this one, of course. I mean, this was worse than my ECW shows, and those were awful.
That's so bad.
Okay.
Is this going well?
We got Serena Deeb, Giant Bernard. Oh wait, do I have a developmental company? I realize I might. I do. I have FCW. I completely forgot.
Dumb dummy.
Will Drew go down there? I completely forgot I had that.
You dumb dummy.
Is he in a storyline? I can't remember anything that's going on. WCW. No, he's not. Okay, I'm gonna send Drew. I'm gonna miss Drew because I do want to use him, but he doesn't want to go, bruh. What's the popularity of FCW? Because what if I scrap FCW and make a new promotion? Oh my god, this show sucks. There's no popularity. Okay, I think I'm just gonna shut down FCW and make NXT early. 42 is it's still not like perfect, but it's whatever. Okay, NXT.
Just don't make the ugly ass logo the logo.
What ugly logo?
The 1.5 billion ugly logos that they have. Those aren't bad.
No, they're going to do this one.
Yeah, that one's the best, I think.
Wait, not yet. Don't do that yet. I don't know what's. I always like the MLW style. What is it on this? Crash TV? Oh, definitely not. I want like a hybrid wrestling. I guess I could just do that, couldn't I? Hybrid. I want a little bit of everything, and then I can ruin them once they actually get up to the main roster. And make them do one style. Where is hybrid wrestling? That should be here, right? Am I crazy?
Yes, but that's besides the point.
What's no style? No style. The most meta of all products, the style has no style. There's some wrestling, some entertainment, but no real guidelines for how it all fits together. As long as the fans get a variety, they're not going to mind too much of what they're served up. I think that's probably a pretty good option. Make a medium women's division, regular focus on matches, angle focus regular. That should be fine. Okay, I think we'll change that from MLW because that will look weird in the writing. All right, great. Now, will Drew go there? Probably not still, but at least we got that taken care of. NXT. And I think he should. I definitely think he should want to go down there. Well, looks like this comeback stream might be managing NXT. Air Fox. Yeah. That's okay. This is honestly my favorite part of these games is it's weird because it's a wrestling booking game, but the business side of it is actually my favorite thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Alex Shelley's pretty popular. Is he contract? He's in a written contract? Is he working in? He is. Why? Okay, I'm gonna send him to NXT for now. Well, no, he won't want to go anyways, and he's probably pretty good for the cruiserweight division. I'm gonna have to go through all this and figure things out. Send you to NXT. So this is gonna be a lot of slow work. You got any stories to tell, Damon?
Stories to tell. I wish I did. I'm not a particularly interesting dude.
That was a good story you told. Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'm trying to think of stories from work. You know what I mean?
Who works?
Oh, there was this. Oh my god! I do have a story from work. If you'd be willing to listen.
All right, go ahead.
I had to call the cops the other day because there was some. So, okay, to preface this, we had to call the cops a couple weeks ago because I found meth in the bathroom. I'm not going to say where I work so I don't lose my job and everything. But
a meth store.
No. Some dude, was there with like a drugged out girl, and I guess they dropped meth in the bathroom, and I found it. I was blind. I didn't have my glasses on, so I looked at the ground and I saw something in a little bag. I was like, "What the frick is that?" And the little bag had little basketballs on it. It was so weird. And so clutch to it, and then I pick it up, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm holding meth." But so that was bad, and they were like, "Did anyone pick it up?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And they were like, "Oh, yeah, well, put it down and wash your hands." And so I did that. But then the cop got there, and he just kind of picked it up casually. So I don't know if it actually mattered or not. But he was like, "Yep, that's like $50 a meth." But so that's preface the story, right? But so there was this dude, and I feel really bad because it was a homeless dude. I assume he had all his shit with him. He threw it in chairs, and he sat there for hours and hours. But he was like harassing other customers and walking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and creeping people out and being, a general nuisance. Um, and I was like 75% sure he was on some kind of drugs because he like was bumping into shit, and it was just like, yeah. So the cops had to come and escort him out. It was so bad. It was so bad, and I felt bad because he was probably just cold. You know what I mean? But also cold and on drugs, and you can't really be just chilling in the lobby on drugs. You know what I mean?
I don't see the harm.
You don't see the harm, especially when they're harassing customers and the freaking high schooler that I'm working with.
Right, now you're making me seem like a bad guy.
Now I'm not making you seem like a bad guy, but I am saying defending a bad guy.
Listen, it was a joke. Let's take all the harassment out of it. He didn't do anything wrong.
Please stop.
He seems fine. Where's Dusty Rhodes? I want to make him the booker again. Dusty. That's not Dusty. Oh, Dusty's not on here? Is he mad that I closed down the company that he was working for? Because I had plans, Dusty. Come back. Who's a good booker? This guy looks scary. Kevin Sullivan, he's pretty old though. I want to get someone younger. I say as I wanted Dusty Rhodes, but Dave Lagana, he looks, yeah, I think he's pretty good. I know he's a booker for Ring of Honor, isn't he? Though it doesn't matter because he's here now. I guess he's not at this point. So, all right. So now, gotta get a lot of people over here. Like, put the titles in here. This is basically gonna be like it's gonna be a reset, but I want the same title history. We're gonna get rid of. It's definitely not gonna be divas. Women's. So let's.
You made diva sound like a slur.
I might get this one, the older one first, and then I love the NXT belts. They've always been super cool.
It is a cool logo when it's done right, which makes it all the worse when it's done horribly.
Why is there 2 women's belts? It's interesting.
How many men's belts are there?
Well, there's the men's heavyweight, and then there's the tag team. So there's 2, but one's a tag team. I'm gonna retire the Queen of FCW because that's not. I don't really need that.
What does NXT even stand for?
Apparently nothing. But I mean, it's just next spelled out, I guess.
Oh, I see.
But I guess the official reason is it means nothing. All right, now the fun part. I keep saying it over and over again. Here we go. You know, like if I actually like keep this going for a long time, some of the people have signed are like really big names now, so it's gonna be fun to see them develop. So I just got to keep this going and actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I'm on episode 8, and I took a 4-month hiatus in between the last 2 episodes. So, you know, you know how it is.
Yeah. Also, I love how you did that 4 months ago thing where you were like, did I have
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I love how you did that. I haven't done this in 4 months thing. In that you had, did I have? Did I need another company? Do I want? Oh, I have another company. I'm gonna make a new company anyway. That was pretty funny. That was definitely. I haven't played this game in 4 months. Kind of vibes.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, I don't. I watched some of my video. What am I doing? Am I using these people? I don't think I'm using. Oh, I'm using them. Okay. I don't know. Like I watched some of the video, the last one, but I did not watch all of it. And I don't even know how much I even got into that last video because I didn't watch all of it, like I said.
Oh,
So this is a good way to go through the roster and see what I got going on, who I got. It's gonna be a slow start. So if you want to watch the series where I get things done, watch my Ring of Honor series because that is a good series. This was always supposed to be like the B series for my TEW,
oh.
but very mindset wrestling
Never
is.
was. Wait, go back.
Hmm?
Wait, go back. Why is his face so small?
Who's?
Go. No, you passed it. You passed it again. Oh, that.
Him?
His
Kurt
face
Hawkins?
is so small. His head is so big, but his face is so small.
And that's Kurt Hawkins in a nutshell, really. I mean, that's when I think of Kurt Hawkins, that's what comes to mind. It's funny.
Sorry, I just caught
Oh,
my eye.
you're good. I have. It's just not something I
Kratos.
ever thought about. Talking about him? Duck Gallows.
That's Kratos, bro.
It's like the thing is, it's like a modern picture of him for some reason. I don't know why.
Dad of boy.
Dad, oh boy. Okay, there's a lot of these people that I can tell you right now are not going to be here for very long. Like, how? Once this guy's contract's up, he's going. There's so many people that I know are probably not going to stay. But I'm in the position where I don't really have to fire people right away. There's no point. I can see how things go. And Brandy doesn't even have a picture. It's fine. Eli Cottle.
Bro, that is not a flattering photo.
So
Who's
many.
the mannequin?
He's what?
Who's the mannequin?
Oh, you're talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
This is when someone doesn't have a picture.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Flex Freeman. This guy got some messed up teeth.
For real, bro.
Yeah, over here just judging people's appearances. That's what this stream has been, I guess. Why'd I go so far down?
Some of these photos are so bad, though.
Oh yeah, these are some of these pictures like really do not do these people justice. NXT's probably gonna be filled now. Oh, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. I have big things planned for him in this series, but I always did. So same thing with my Ring of Honor series. I'm finding out that those two are probably gonna be pretty similar when it comes to the Briscoes, but Briscoes always do really good in this game. So
That's good.
which was always my plan to do good things with them. Come on. This guy's retired? What useless. What are you gonna do? Okay. I think I'm getting ready. Oh, I need to make Kevin Furtick. Is that what is his name? Who is this? I know who I'm supposed to make you, but I don't remember what your actual name is. So I'm gonna give you your picture, but I can't remember what your name is and that it's supposed to be. And you don't have an alternate alter ego in here, so this is the content you came to see.
Absolutely.
How is Joe doing? 50 match? That's pretty good. I don't know why I have all of the Shield on here by Roman Reigns, but I mean, I guess I just don't want to ruin Roman Reigns. I should put Seth honestly back in NXT or put him in ECW, one or the other, since I do kind of want to use him, but I also he's got some time to develop. I don't know. Maybe I could just get some good matches out of him. Scott Steiner was not a good match for him, but it did give him a win against a legend. So
Development time. Development time.
oh, why did NXT have to be so bad? I could have just changed it, but instead of having to put everyone back in there, but God, that company absolutely sucked. Here's Nigel McGuinness. He could be. Oh, I also Brian. That's right. I forgot I convinced him to come out of retirement.
Wow.
I convinced him to come out of retirement just to be like, hey, can you just be backstage? At least he's in Ring of Honor, so he's still wrestling, just not for our company right away. That's a good storyline, though. I gotta make sure I remember that because it's funny. um, welcome, DJ Curtis. It is finally back. It's gonna be a slow return because I don't know what's going on.
It's been 4 months.
It has been 4 months, and you can definitely tell by my knowledge of this series and my motivation to start again. But we are making. I realized during the last match that we kind of need NXT. FCW who has way too low popularity, so we are bringing NXT in. A little early, not like a crazy amount early, but we will not have to. We're not having the game show phase NXT, which is. I feel like the world would be better without game show NXT. So, since you don't know too much, it's really the first version of the NXT, which was now like it's the developmental show for for the main shows.
Uh-huh.
But what NXT was is they bought like wrestlers from the indies and everything like that, and made them compete in a game show.
Oh.
So it wasn't wrestling; it was a game show. And like so, like they would have like each wrestler would have their veteran. They would have like their veteran that was assigned to them. And
Bro, you should do a history of series.
that would be cool.
That would be sick.
not very knowledgeable, but I could probably get it. But anyways, so there would be like this. They would have their legends. Well, something interesting was this guy Daniel Bryan, who is very famous on the Indies before he came into WWE. And his legend was The Miz, who The Miz is very, compared to Daniel Bryan, very inexperienced. But his, like, experienced star that he was with was The Miz, who was a reality TV star and very hated at the time for being that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting history. Now it is actually like the developed show where they actually have wrestling, but it took a while to get there. New people right now. I mean, obviously that is a good idea. But right now, we got to deal with the people we got. We're sending them all away. We're getting rid of everybody. Seth Rollins. I think I want to send him to NXT. I think it's just the right thing to do, especially now that NXT is more popular. Oh, he actually doesn't want to go. Okay. That makes things a little annoying, but I guess I'm going to put you on ECW. I know you were just on WCW, but I think ECW is better. It's the smaller show, and we need good people, so I might as well build you up there where I need better known people. I mean, better wrestlers in there. I just don't want to make it a developmental. I got to make sure I do not make that happen. Shad, can I just send you to NXT? I could always bring people back. I don't have to commit to anything. I want to try to start committing to brands. But maybe that will have to be sending them to NXT, and then when I actually need somebody, bring them up and put them on a brand, because I hate trading people around to brands, which I've already done a few times on this series. And will happen again. But it's got to be like that sometimes. So we're going to send them all to NXT, the people that I don't have plans for, and go from there. Because like Shinsuke, obviously, I just sent him down. He's really good, but he's just not popular because he's not from America. Shelton, even you, I think I could get and put back into NXT, maybe. Yeah, see, that's getting you some use. I mean, NXT's gonna be packed if I really look at it that way, but it is what it is. We'll make sure we. Oh, trust me, I do not want another show. I have so if you remember from this series, I have WWE, WCW, and ECW. It would be nice to have like B shows for them, but it is so much booking that I would have to do. Like realistically, it would be a good idea. Like in terms of if we were actually making this show, it would be a good idea. But in terms of me wanting to continue the series, it's not a good idea. Ted DiBiase? No, he doesn't want to go. But no, maybe someday. Maybe once I like get like swing it like in a good like once I start really thinking about it. I had Sue Young with King. That's right, but why? Oh, that's right. Was he Was he her manager? That's. You know what? I'm gonna send her down anyways because she's. You are right about that though. Because they're dating, aren't they? What the heck was that about?
That is a good question.
I know we went through that already, so I'm not gonna go back into it. But what the heck? She's so much younger than him, like a crazy amount younger than him at this time. We're almost through this.
It's 2011, right? That was a different time.
Not that different. Blue Meanie. God, I got him.
You say not that different, but like 2019 was that different.
Okay, but are we really just gonna like I for the context, he's obviously not a pedophile, but like we're not we're not like trying to allow like pedophilia or dating at a very young age. Like we're not gonna say that that was okay back then compared to now. Like it's the same
No,
same look.
okay then,
So like
but no,
maybe a
not at
different
all.
maybe a different time, but
It
like
was more acceptable. It was more
what
accepted, I should say, not acceptable.
was it?
It was. It was.
Was it? I'm staying out of that
People
one.
were only really mad at like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. People were mad at Michael Jackson in 2011, were they? Who's this guy?
That was after he died, right? So yeah.
What did I want to
Sure.
use him for? For the lightweight division? What the heck?
What the freak?
He's going to NXT.
Is that a comic book?
I'm sure I wanted to use. I'm sure I wanted to use him for the cruiserweights, but he's in NXT now. I think that's everybody. I'm sure I missed somebody, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Now I have been going for 46 minutes. God, time flew by though. Yeah, I brought him in for the cruiserweight division. I figured I could still obviously like bring him in from developmental, lose the match or win a match, and then he'll stay in NXT still. Just kind of bring him up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Now, should I continue the ECW? So here's a conflict now in my head. The reason why, okay, so first of all, I'm gonna address the chat. The reason why I'm not using the music is because it gets copyright struck. Every single episode has been. And I'm just deciding not to do the music. I like it. I wish YouTube would be better with that, but I gotta find I gotta get like a non-copyright music playlist going for streams and things. Right now, I don't have like one that I would really like and fit. It doesn't really fit. So
There's that the thing what again Moist Critical did, I think, with the orchestra that's copyright free.
I could look into it, but I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
But my goal, my plan right now is just talk as much as I can, so there's no silence, and I'm doing okay. You know, it's been a while since I've streamed, and I'm doing, I think, okay. Could be, maybe I'm talking too much, and maybe that's an issue.
No.
Okay, so back to what I was saying, because I'm literally cannot keep a point in my head. So the pay-per-view is coming up for ECW. Problem is, it's been 4 months since I've had an ECW show. Now, do I have one coming up? ECW is on, I think, Friday, Wednesday.
It's just anticipation is what that is, right?
So I could do Raw, I could do ECW, and then the pay-per-view. Or I could end this here. Give Hornswoggle a Godfather type gimmick. We gotta stay on track. I'm trying to make an important decision here. I'm making an important decision. I could do Raw and I could do ECW on another stream, and then we start the next stream with the pay-per-view. That way I can keep my energy going with the next stream, and then educate myself for the pay-per-view and really focus and plan out the pay-per-view. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Took forever to get there. This was a nice little
reintroduction.
Get back into everything. I had a lot of fun, but I feel like I feel like I'll be pushing it if I continue. I feel like I'm already pushing it by having this conversation. I don't know if I'm pushing it. But this
That's
was
okay, Deadpool. Jesus Christ.
this was fun.
In on yourself.
I
Stop.
had, I had a lot of fun. Um,
It was fun.
so
It was
we
enjoyable.
did no booking today. We just watched the show go down, and we did actually watch a match. That's not something we've ever done in this series.
Yeah, it's amazing.
we had a dream match of Seth Rollins versus Scott Steiner.
What a legendary time.
But I will take these notes of give Hornswoggle a Godfather type gimmick. I don't think so, but I like where your head's at. I really, I really like. Should I like? Would I get making Michael Cole an ice cream shop, like a former ice cream shop employee that has beef with Hornswoggle because of my last video? Like, would that be a good idea? Would that be funny? Would that be cool?
Funny. That would be very funny.
I think that might be like. I think
You can do that is amazing.
I feel like having Hornswoggle feel with Michael Cole. Like Michael Cole is mad at Hornswoggle for getting him fired at his ice cream job. It would be a sick storyline, and
Absolutely.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen now. What show is Michael Cole on? He is WWE. That's right, of course. Oh, and since I'm doing things, I gotta make Jack Swagger not have Bob Backlund as his manager. Because I always forget doing manager stuff. Okay. But anyways, I keep talking. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back very soon. I'm going to try to push myself. Damon, you got to push me to get back into streaming.
I got you.
But anyways, check out my Ring of Honor video. It doesn't have a lot of views right now, but I think it's a great video, and the series will be really fun. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.